So let's add one more file and name it as my second module. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, now we will define a function. Okay. Say local function. Okay. And I will just declare a variable here, say 50, sorry, and result equal to x multiply by 2. Okay. Now, suppose if I want to print the result.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how should I print the result now?
This is good.
Okay. If I run it, I can't see nothing over here.
Yeah.
So how if I just run this one, there's
Yeah.
nothing. So
I
you
think
have
it's not able to find X because it's not under that function. So you
uh,
need to define
x.
X.
If it doesn't define x over here, then it should give me an error. This is
Yeah.
a this is a global variable. You know global and local
Yeah.
variable.
Yeah.
Okay. I can access this variable globally in this
Okay.
class. In this file,
Yeah.
I can access it anywhere.
Sure. Yeah.
But I want to print the result. So function cannot call itself. We have to call the function.
Okay.
That's it. Local function. Now, if I run it here, 100.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to call the function. Function cannot call itself.
Got it. Okay. How you
Okay.
call the function in main in Java. So
Yeah,
this is how.
it's a starting you can say starting point of the file main function.
Yeah.
Okay. Now say here.
Mm.
Okay. Now suppose if I want to access this variable outside its function, I cannot do that. I cannot do
Okay.
that because the you can say the limitation of this result variable is inside this function only. I
Yeah.
cannot
Okay.
access it here and anywhere
Okay.
because it's a local variable.
Local variable. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I can't access it outside the function. Okay,
Okay.
so let's talk about some date time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just giving you an introduction that how the Python code looks like, how you can call the function, how it is, what is global local variable. If you can
Yeah.
see over here, it says one usage because I have
Yeah.
called it here.
Yes.
Okay, now suppose there is a in in the you can say Python, say from date time import date time. Okay, there are many date time classes in Python, but mainly we use this one.
Okay.
Okay,
What is
so
this line doing?
it is importing the inbuilt function of you can say uh, Python have many inbuilt functions. I'm importing one of them, that is date time. This one.
So this
Okay.
is like a import, how we do from this is a library.
Yeah, you can say library.
Okay.
Like in Java, we are saying using.
Yeah.
Okay. So Now I will delete all this. I say current date. Okay. Now date time dot now. Okay. And say if I want to print current date. Okay. It will reformat. It will give you warning about the name. Okay. You have to follow these lines current, like starting with small, then date with capital D. It's all the same thing. Okay. Now you see, it is giving me current date time according to my time zone, according to my computer time zone. Okay.
Yeah,
And if I want to see its type,
got it.
okay, so
Okay.
the date time dot on date time. Okay. Now suppose I say formatted date equal to current date dot now there's a strf time. Okay. Now here I have to pass the format like you can say percentage b minus percentage d minus percentage y. Okay. Now if I print this one, now you see December
Okay.
12 2000, I can format this date according to my needs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now say I have date in a string format. Say it's a 12, say 12 to 2025. Okay. And now I will name it as anything string for method date. Now date time dot strp time, and I will pass my date. Okay. And you can see now you see the format. It will automatically give me the format.
Yeah.
I'm passing the day, month, year. So I have to tell it that I am passing in the format like percentage t slash percentage m slash percentage y. Okay, I cannot if I put slash over here, I cannot put minus over here. I have to
Okay.
tell I have to tell that
The same
on
format.
yeah in which format I'm passing the rate. Suppose if I'm passing the year on the first, then I have to pass percentage y in the first.
Okay.
Okay, say now here print.
So one question. In
Mm-hmm.
the above lines, you have written strf.
Yeah,
So what is the difference between f and p?
it's a
strf and
you, you can say uh, this print formatted date. Now, when I convert this into uh, date time, you can say I have date time now. No, now what is the date time dot date time? This is a date time. Now I am getting you can say in the format like at which format I want the can say just a minute. This is an inbuilt class. There's no difference
sure.
between two. It's an inbuilt thing. Like some of the functionalities will do. Suppose there are two-person, one will grind the carrot and one will put the juice in the glass. So they have their different duties. It's just like that only.
So the
Okay.
difference between two is first one will we have to give the format in which we want, and the
Mm-hmm.
second one we are providing the date and we're telling that we are providing in that format and it should
Yeah,
print it
this is
like that.
it's a string. It's a date. It's a date time. It's a string. I'm
Yeah,
providing, I'm converting that into a, now you can see if I say print type string formatted date. Now if I run this, now you see I have converted string into date time.
yeah,
Because if I want to now, sometime what happens, we will do this exercise as well. Suppose this is say yatra.com. When we do the exercise of calendar, now here you can see December 2025. Now I will pass the date. Suppose I'm passing 15 March 2026. So I will compare my date. So you can compare two dates, but you cannot compare two strings. Can you compare, if I give you an example, can you compare, I just say, if 2 is greater than 1, I can do this, then print something.
yeah.
Because you can compare these two. Okay. Now say anything, test. Okay. Then it will print test.
Yes.
Okay. But if I say, now what will it will do?
This is comparing two strings.
Yeah. Can you compare two strings?
No.
That's why when you have the date in your string format, you can compare two dates, that which date is bigger, which date is smaller. I can
Yeah,
compare that December is coming after, or December 2025 is come before, or March 2026 is coming after December 2025. I can compare two dates. Okay, but I cannot compare string. That's why
yeah,
we use these classes to convert our string date. When we do this exercise, I will just pass a string date and I will convert into a something like, suppose here I have the date of 15 March 2026. So now I know that it is a March 2026, and what it looks like here, I have December 2025. So what will I do? I will put out my March 2026, like say, if you say, say, I will put here equal to string, so string formatted date dot year, and I will say print year. Okay, and I will take a, you can say month, and say string formatted date dot. Now there is a, you can say, now I can do this month as well, and say print month. Okay, now if I run this, now you see 2026 3. But what I want the format in this date. Suppose December, anything. Now it is giving me 3. 3 is what March.
yeah,
So I can do one more thing, say month format equal to string formatted date dot strf time, and I will just pass the format like I need in the percentage B. I say print month format. Okay. Now if I run this, now you see March.
yeah,
Okay. Now suppose if I go with this one, even I don't know the formats purely. We have to look.
yeah.
Now you see March.
It gives the full month. Yeah,
Okay. So now I
yeah,
can combine these two, March 2026 and this. I can combine these two.
yeah,
Okay. And what will I do? I will pick this into a string, and again I will convert into a date. month year format. Then I will
Yeah.
compare 2 months. If my passing month is greater than this December 2025, then I will click on this.
Yeah.
Again, January 2000, again my passing month year is greater than, again I will click. Okay, again I will check here only. Again, my month is greater. Okay, click. Now, if these both are equal, then I will
Yeah.
stop and looking
Mm.
for the date. That's the logic thing. But
Got it.
these things will come handy there
Yeah.
when we do these calendar exercises. Then we will use this. It can be asked you that in the interview that how can you change the string date into your date time. So you can say, sir, we can use str time. You can pass the format. Okay, they will confuse you about the this thing, like how they will give you this, and here they are passing like minus. They will confuse you in
Yes.
this. Okay, so you have to
Yeah.
pass the exact format.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all about, you can say, your date time. We will do
Yeah.
in detail when we do the exercises, but this is just an introduction.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I will make a new, say, Python file, or I will say, I will go over new Python package, second module. Okay, and say, we will be cut. Okay, and again I will add a new Python file and name it as we have done local global. Okay, and I have told you about the concatenation, that you cannot concatenate two different data types.
Yes.
Okay, now suppose, mm, let's like uh, new file, name it as uh, backend module one. Okay, I say def say num1 equal to 50, num2 equal to 60, and I say result equal to num1 plus num2. Okay. And suppose if I want to print the result in one line, as say, then I have to say output of addition in commas, then I will say string num1 num2, that I have already told you.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can make this function as, say, uh, num1 comma num2. Okay, and I will just delete these lines. Say sum to okay, and if I want the result to be printed, I will just say print result. Okay, so now if I want to call this function again, I will use, say, sum to, and we have to pass two values, 40 comma 60. You can pass any values. Okay, now
Yeah.
if I run this, it will give me the result. Okay, 100. Okay, that is a simple process that you already know in the Java. But
Yeah.
okay, there is one more thing. We can ask to input. Now say some three. Okay. Now num1 equal to input. Now I say enter num1. Okay, and same way num2, enter num2. Okay, and okay, now I say result equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, and I will say print result. Okay, I will just okay. Now what will I do? Now if I run this, okay,
You didn't call some three.
okay, that's my mistake. Yes, sorry. Some three. Now you see, enter number one.
Yeah.
Suppose I enter 54, then say 45, and it will give me the result. Now, what it is doing?
Adding it as string.
Yes, it
Yeah.
acts as a string.
Yeah.
That's why I have to convert this to int
Why is it adding it as string? Because
because
yeah.
input is taken as a string. It will always act as a string. Input will take.
Okay.
That's why I have is here say int num1, int num2.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's run this. Okay, now again say 55, then 44. Now you see it adds.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take the input of the user as well in
This is pretty easy compared to Java,
yes.
scanner class and all that. Yeah.
Mm,
Very
okay,
nice.
okay. So now suppose uh, if I want to use this function, suppose this function in another file, suppose here or suppose here, or you can say here. So what will I do? I say from second module 1 import say sum2. Okay, and I can use this function directly sum2. Okay, now you can say 24 plus 35. Okay, and say if I run this, it will ask me because this number my I'm calling this second module. Even I'm not calling this function, it will be called automatically because of the input thing. It will
Yeah.
ask me to because I'm running my this file,
Yeah.
but still it will call this function.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to be very careful when we use this input function because it will called automatically. Now here what I have done, you can see over here that I have called only sum2, but still it is calling this one, it will automatically call this function.
Okay.
Okay, now suppose there are two functions in my file, say sum2 and say copy. I just giving you the look that say sum4. Okay, and you want to call this function as well in another file. So what you can do sum2 comma sum4.
Okay.
Okay, then you can call this function over here. This is how you can call the function in Python. Okay,
Okay.
so little bit different, but same as well. You can say
Yeah. But I didn't understand. So every time we are calling the other two functions, we are still you
input.
calling the
Yeah,
sum three.
yeah. It is going to be called automatically. So we
Okay.
that's why we never use this input function. If you are going to use it, we are going to use it directly in the class.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, sum two, sum four. Okay, now I will talk about list. Okay, list static. Now List, if I say list, list, it's a data structure which is very easy to use, to declare, and it has number of uses. Instead of directly jumping to the syntax, let's just first understand the nature that what actually list is. Okay.
Is it so we're starting collections? We had
Yeah,
to do oops concepts today, right?
yeah. The thing is that I will do it side by side. Both things will
Okay,
be go simultaneously.
got it, got it.
Okay.
Okay,
Encapsulation inheritance. Don't worry, we will take an example for that.
okay.
Okay. So what list does not restrict you from storing the data types. You can store any type of data. It could be integer, it could be a string, it could be a just to say basically, okay, list will store you any type of data like int, say string, say float, or anything. It can be anything. You can store any type of data. This means that listed data structure which is able to store heterogeneous data. Again, a very good interview question. They will ask you sometimes, it may be 20% chance, but they will ask you, so what do you mean by heterogeneous data?
Yeah,
So you can say that that thing which can store any type of data. Okay. Then come the next feature of the list that is dynamically growing. I don't have to declare that, okay, I'm going to put three variables, four variables, five variables. I can put two variables in the first line. I can put three variables in the four lines, second line, and it will accordingly it will size it increases. So
yeah,
no size is required. Okay. Now, whenever you're going to add items in the list, the data side is going to be automatically increased. And if you delete some element from the list, the size of the list is automatically decreasing. Okay, that's the feature of having a dynamic data structure in any of the language. Dynamic word is itself a very good item. Okay, now
yeah,
these two natures are very comfortable to work with. Now let's just talk about the syntax.
yeah,
Okay, say list one, name it as list one equal to these square brackets, one comma say 525 say comma 6.7 comma, now there is string value apple. Okay, so here I have to put comma.
yeah,
Okay, now this you can see that it is taking any data type. You can
yeah,
true, false, anything.
yeah.
Okay, list one, and I will say,
Character. We have
mm,
character also, right, in Python. So we can store char too.
so if you say character, like you can say, mm,
Single quotes, A, maybe.
okay,
Yeah,
can do it. Okay,
okay.
now say type and say list one. Okay, now if I run this, see class list and
Yeah,
I print the list. It is dynamically increasing. You can say you can decrease the element as well. Okay, now how can I know that how many elements are there? I say print length.
list dot size. No, okay.
This is a
I just
length.
assumed. Okay.
Yeah, that's a Java thing. It's, this difference in the Java and Python. Okay,
Yeah,
so now five. Yes, yes, number of elements are 5. Now, suppose if I want to add, say, list 1 dot append mango. Okay, and again I will say print list 1. Now you see it has added.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so and after that it, the sizes will increase. I don't have to do anything like, okay, that I have to do anything. No, it just
Can we
increases.
add multiple values while appending? So let's say we add true or false
Like um
with along with mango.
uh, yeah, you can do that. Let's try it. I will do it. List one dot append. Say even I can append a list as well. Like say I'll just copy this value. Okay, and say now now you see, but it has taken this list as one.
Yeah,
It does not take that multiple values. Now your question, say list one dot append, say kiwi and say true. Okay,
yeah,
but now you see it is giving me error. Rename reference. Let's do it like say orange. Okay, it is giving me remover unexpected argument. You can pass
yeah.
only one argument.
Vargard. Okay.
Okay, that can be a list because list is containing many elements. That
Yeah,
can be list. Okay, now suppose if I want to add same, I have add mango here. Look,
yeah,
I will say again a mango here. Copy this and paste it over here. Okay. Now, if I run this, you see it has add the duplicate value.
yeah,
You will get to know that why I'm you telling this
yeah,
in when we add when we study more data structures. Okay.
yeah. We
Uh,
can add.
uh, just a minute. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah,
Yeah, there. Yeah, Tanu.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. So this is how we can add the element. Now, you can also delete some elements from your list. Okay. Now, for that, first we have to get the knowledge that element which are inside the list are starting from zeroth index.
yeah,
0, 1, 2. Okay, that means the first element is at zeroth and second element at first and third element at second index and so on.
yeah.
Okay. Now, suppose uh, I want to print list 1, 4. Now, it will give me W like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
Yeah.
even I can run my list from backside. Okay, now suppose if I run with -4, sorry, -4 now. So what do you think it will give me?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Apple.
Okay, Apple, using Apple. Again a W,
Yeah,
-1, -2, -3,
yeah.
-4. When I started with
Okay.
the minus, it's not start with 0.
0.
It is said
Yeah,
it acts -1, then -2 because this is a one element,
yeah, yeah,
that's -3, then -4. So this is a tricky question in the interviews. And they
yeah.
ask me, They will give you this type of thing, and they will say, okay, print list one four, and you know that it will 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they will ask you, okay, then minus 4, what will it will give? So you have to
Yeah.
be street smart. Then you have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Again a W.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yep.
suppose if I want to, uh, if I delete the list, you can say just a simple thing like del list one, say, uh, suppose if I want to delete the first element, say 1. Okay. Now, again, I say copy. Now, if I run this, now 525 has been deleted.
Yeah.
Okay. And its length is automatically decrease. Okay. Now, what I want, that I want to change this apple, uh, say 0, 1, 2, list 1, 2. I want to change it to grapes. Okay. And I will say print list 1. Now you see it has overwrite.
Yeah. Changed it. Yeah.
Okay. So we can overwrite as well. Okay. List is
Okay.
able to add, delete, and modify elements. That all is possible in the list structure.
Yeah.
Okay. There you the answer, interview can ask you, suppose if I want to update it with say integer thing, can I do that?
Yeah.
So okay, say I will update it with the value 2. If I run this, yes, you can. There is no difference between the data type. You can override any value, any
Yeah.
data type. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the list. Okay. Now, like list, we have another data type, working the data structure, which is similar to list, and the name of that data structure is tuple. Okay. Let's add new Python file, say tuple study. Now, how you declare it? Just write tuple one. You can name anything. You can name it Abhijit. You can name anything. This is no compulsion that you have to start with tuple. No. Say,
Okay.
and you have to say one, comma, say 456, comma 6.7, comma, say apple. Okay. Now I say print uh, tuple one. Then say print length of tuple one. Okay. Then print the type of tuple one. Okay. Now if I run this, you see class tuple 4, and
Yeah.
here's the print. So it's a inbuilt class. It all
Okay.
about the this thing brackets. If I
Yeah.
just change the brackets to my
Square
square brackets,
brackets.
then it will act as a list.
Yeah. So what's the
Okay.
difference between a list and a tuple?
Okay. Now we will see. Now suppose I say tuple one equal to tuple one plus, again say, suppose if I want to add single value 4, and again
Okay.
I will say print. Okay. Can only contain tuple, not int. Okay. Now
Okay.
what I will do, I will say 4, comma, say black. Okay. So again, if I say run now, you see,
Yeah.
it is not going to allow you one value. If I
Yeah.
suppose if I add this thing now, you see,
Yeah.
it is act one value as a string. But if I add two values, then it
Then it's a tuple.
then it will take it as a tuple and it will
Yeah.
gonna add. See,
Yeah.
now in the list I cannot add multiple elements. Got the difference?
Yes.
But in the tuple I can add multiple elements. Okay. Now there is not a specific function that you can add this. No. Okay, but you can do it like this. Even you can see it is giving me the warning unexpected types. But
Yeah.
you can add it. Python will allow me. Okay, now comes the modification. Suppose if I want to say instead of 456, I want to write say mango anything. Say again, say tuple 1 equal to say mango. Okay, and I will print tuple and I will run it.
You cannot modify it.
Yes, but I can modify the list.
Yes.
Tuple
Yeah.
doesn't allow you to modify the
Okay.
existing element. These are the two major differences that you can add multiple elements in tuple, but you cannot add multiple in list. And you can modify in list, but you cannot modify in tuple.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you are not able to modify it, you are not able to delete a single and mid from the tuple. Okay.
Yeah.
That I will show you. Just a minute. Yes. Okay. Say del like tuple. Now I just comment this one or comment this one. Okay. And say in the list we are deleting like del tuple one. Now here I will say delete tuple two and I will print the tuple. So you see, object does not support item deletion. Okay, so you cannot delete item. So there are three differences. List can add elements.
Yeah.
Okay, but tuple cannot. Sorry, tuple can add elements, multiple elements, but list
Yeah.
cannot add multiple. Okay, then you cannot overwrite or you can say
Yeah.
modify, and you cannot delete the element from the tuple, but you can delete the
Yeah.
element from the list.
Yes.
You can delete the whole tuple, but you cannot just say like it's a
Delete one element.
yeah, you have to delete the whole tuple.
Yeah.
Sorry, here so sorry, I have given the I see does not support item deletion. Okay, now
Yeah.
suppose if I want to delete this and I can say printed. Now it will give me error that there is nothing like tuple one is not defined because I have deleted on this line.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to delete, you have to delete whole tuple, but you cannot delete a particular element from a tuple.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
there is a major difference between list and tuple that no modification is done in tuple, but you can do the modification in the list. You can
Yeah.
add any element in the tuple as well as in the list, but you can't modify the tuple. You can add only one element in the list, but you can add multiple elements at the same time. Okay. You have
Okay.
to just be very careful in declaration of tuple and list. Okay. So this was the second data structure that Python supports.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving the third at a structure which is different from list and tuple. Now list and tuple are likewise, you can say. But the third one that I'm going to discuss is dictionary. Again, a very
Okay.
important data structure. Now, dictionary is different from the above data structure. Why? Because over here in the list and tuple, what we are doing is we are just declaring the list and we are assigning some data inside and we are traversing them by the use of the indexes.
Yeah.
But in dictionary, what happen is that a declaration is inside the curly brackets and it's the concept of key and value.
Okay.
Like I think so in Java, we have a key value thing of
Hash map.
map,
Yeah, hash map.
hash map.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a dictionary thing here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will add new Python file. A dictionary ready. Okay, now how are you going to declare it? D1, and you can name it anything, and the curly brackets. Okay, and say fruit apple. The same thing now. If I say print D1, I say just and say now if I run this, print length is 1 and class is dictionary, or you can say
Yeah.
dict.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a key value pair, fruit apple. Now I can add one more. How to add one more? D1 now. Say vegetables, and I will name it as say potato. Okay, again I will say print D1 and length. Now you see it has added the value, key value.
So the
Okay.
second time you want to add it, you don't need to use the curly braces?
No, if I want to add in this, I just
Yeah.
name it. It's a key, it's a value. Now I can add more. It is totally up to my wish that what
Okay.
I want to add. Now suppose the question arises if you are already having a key and I want to suppose here say I just say again a fruit and this time I will say mango. Okay. Now what will happen? It will be overwrite. See,
Okay.
it will
Yeah.
overwrite. The same key is there and you're passing the same way, it will overwrite the value.
Yeah.
Okay. So you cannot do like that you are passing the same key again and again. It will again just you can say overwrite the value.
Yeah.
Okay. Now say if I do this like if uh, d1 dot get say uh, fruits equal to none, then d1 fruits equal to grapes. Okay, again,
Yeah.
what will I do? I will just copy this and paste it over here. Okay. Say remove this one. Sorry. Okay. Okay. You can do this like this. First, we will say like this one. Let's do this. Now you see it has added the new key value pair because I am
Yeah.
using S
Yeah.
now. Okay. Now if I run this again, gain the same result. So
Yeah.
Python is very strict about the this thing like formatting thing. You can see the code is very clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so Python is very strict about these things. Okay, now
Yeah.
suppose if I want to delete some key, so
Yeah.
I will say D1, sorry, uh, DEL D1, say fruit. Okay. Now again I will say print. You see it has deleted the fruit
Yeah.
and length becomes 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's again a dynamically growing thing.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Now I have put this in curly brackets. Now suppose here curly. Okay, now this is curly brackets. Now there is one more data structure. I will just declare it in front of you. Set one, say 1, comma 1, comma 30, comma 5.5, comma apple, say comma then again 1, comma 90, comma 90. Okay. So first of all, just see that what is it is type. Print that one, one length, and okay. If I run this now, it is a set structure.
Yeah.
And if you see when I type it, it has deleted the duplicate values.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will not take the duplicate values.
Yeah.
It will now one again one. It has taken only one once.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will not count the duplicate values. Okay, if
Sure.
I want to add, say set one dot add, say yellow. Okay, again I say okay. So it has
Okay.
added, but it is randomly
Not
thing
at
that
the end. Yeah.
yes, it is a randomly thing. It will depend on itself how it is the it will add. Now suppose if I add one more thing, say S1 to add blue.
Yeah.
Okay, say run. Now you see blue is added here.
Yeah.
Okay, and suppose if I going to add the same duplicate value, then
It will just add one.
it will not add the duplicate value.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all about data structures. We have studied list, we have studied tuple, then we have studied dictionary, key value, then we have studied set. All the
Yeah.
data structures. The, it is asked in the interviews that how many data structures are there and what is the difference between them, what are the questions. They can ask you that, okay, can set class or structure can take duplicate values? No, you cannot have
Yeah.
duplicate values in set.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to just write some key points about
Sure.
these four data structures. so that even after, you can say, 2 months or 1 week or 10 days, okay, so you can just grab in your mind that, okay, these are the data structures and what is the difference between them and what are their qualities.
Yes.
Okay, so I think so that will be all for the today.
Sure.
Okay, so in the next class, just a minute, mm, we will see, mm, we will see how we can build a class.
Okay.
Okay, then there is a concept
Yes.
of object. Okay, then we will see that
Yeah.
how we can make an object of the class. Okay, now I will just give you a small introduction about the class. Like say new Python file, say class ready. Okay, now how to make a class? Say class demo class. Now, uh, so the class name will always start with capital. Okay,
Okay.
here the name is, you can say, class study. This is a file name, but the class name always start with capital. Say a equal to 50 and say def show self. Now I can make a function. Let's say that I have variable 50. I'm also having function show. Okay, so you must be wondering that I have not print anything else but that self keyword inside the creation of function. Why it is been so? So there is a reason the self attribute is going to help you to the class variables. Okay, so let's say it's a simple thing print a. Okay, I just okay. Now because I have used a self keyword, so I say you can see over here it is giving me an error. But
Yeah.
here you can see A is global, but still it is going to give me an error because I have to name it as self dot A.
Okay.
Okay, so I can access it anywhere because it is outside the function body. It is inside the class, but it is outside the function body. I can access it anywhere. You will get to know that what this is self. Okay, now suppose if I want to, sorry, here I have to go for the column. Okay, now, if I want to call this class, how can I call it? I have
So what you have to call the
demo class. This is
yeah.
how I can create an object.
Yeah.
Okay. Say if I run it, print, but it has not print anything right now.
Don't you have to call the function?
But I have called the object. Okay. Just a minute. Say b equal to say 50 and say print b. Okay. Now this is a object creation that you can say. Now I say demo class dot show. Okay, now suppose if I run this, now it will gonna print. Okay,
Okay.
so now you know that we will take a you can say reference. It's I'm not going to start right now, but in your Java thing, when I
Yeah.
say class and when I make an object of the class, say uh, just a minute, because I want to ask you the question because I want to see that you have the clarity of the object thing or not. Uh, can do it by one. Okay. Okay. Mm, say so in Java. Now, I just ask you simple thing. Say runner. Python runner. Now, this is a something that test ng runner, test ng, and I'm calling the, you can say, object, or you can say making an object of the class. This is a simple question. What is an object in this line?
Test NG.
Which one? This one or
No, the
this
other
one?
one. This
This
one.
one?
Yeah.
Absolutely wrong. When
Okay.
I say new, this is an object. This
Yeah.
is a reference to the object.
Reference to the object. Yes. Yeah.
Just like int I equal to 10, that
Yeah.
I is a reference to that 10. I is not at all 10. The same thing goes here. That
Yeah.
whenever
Okay.
I will use the new keyword, my object has been created in the memory. But where
Yeah.
that object is, I don't know. So
Yeah.
that reference will help me that that object is lying over there in the memory.
Yeah.
So when it is there, whenever they ask you that how can you make an object of the class, you have to answer in the Java by using new. In PyCharm, just class name, then brackets.
Okay.
This is how you will create an object of your class.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever you say in the Java that how you can make object by using the new keyword. But where
Yeah.
that object is lying in the memory, I don't know. So that's why we use the object reference. They can ask you that why are you using object reference when you're creating the object? So
Yeah.
you can answer that when the object is created, don't know that where the object is lying in the memory. To locate that element, we use that object reference. That object
Okay.
is lying over there.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in your Java, I think so there is one more question regarding, I can say, why main method is static?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
That's the main question
So,
in the.
there we start, we whenever we open the class, it starts from main,
Yeah, that
because
is the point. That is the good point that okay, that's the state. But I am asking that why main method is static? Why it is not non-static?
I don't know.
Okay, then we can discuss in the next class. Basically, when we make the object of the class, all the non-static stuff will reside over there. And
Okay.
Java cannot make an object of the class to call that main function. If I want
Yeah.
to call that main function, I can use the class name dot main.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why the main method is static. So that Java can internally function can call it by class name dot main. Main is always in, you can say, in every file. So if you call the
Okay.
main method, you have to just class name dot main. That's why main method is static. So you don't have to make an object of the class to call that main function.
Okay.